All right, but yes, so players are now simultaneously and secretly choosing the next character and then revealing, because Exceed players love to simultaneously choose secretly and then reveal. Notably, Sea Viper retires in glory. The Arcana player may play Arcana again or may switch characters to another member of that team. But Sea Viper cannot be played again here. So what else do we have? Reese, Sajin, Shovel Knight, Shield Knight, aka EXSK, Taukaka, Chaos, the first one, and Jacko. I want to see a Jacko game. Have we already seen a Jacko game? I still want to see a Jacko
We
game.
have, yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
care.
we've seen a Jacko victory, and I think Serp's goal was to cover all characters. Yep. Oh, and it is Chaos.
Okay.
Chaos versus Nago. What a matchup.
Ooh. Oh. Sorry. In my brain, even though I know Happy Chaos wasn't on the list, when you said Chaos versus Nago, I was like, oh, I know this matchup. It's Happy Chaos versus Nago.
Yeah.
No, it's
not quite.
It's the other Chaos. Under Night Chaos. All right. So Chaos has the ability to strike from anywhere on the board with specials and ultras. So he has action strike, place your attack in space face down. Your special and ultras in that space calculate, or that were set in that space, calculate range from that space. So he's got some funky ranges. For those who played Seventh Cross, he is shades of Jeanette, right? Like kind of the promise of Jeanette's front side, where you can hit from anywhere on the screen with these specials that interact in interesting ways with your ability. If he reveals a normal, notably, his range is unaffected. So Chaos does his normals. His pet dog, lizard,
yeah,
wolf thing, fish. I don't know. I guess it's mostly a lizard. It's mostly a lizard. Anyway.
Yeah.
His buddy does his specials and ultras. What is going? Oh, they're explaining. They are now explaining how it works. So like, yeah, here if it's a special, cool. It does this. If it's a normal, it's from my character card. So like, yeah, a range 0 attack would hit from the space that I put it in if I use this. Also of note,
good that they're actually covering this because this would be a very difficult to parse character if you do not actually understand how this mechanic works.
Yeah, a dangerous knowledge check for sure.
Yeah.
Yep. But yeah, notably can't do it on defense, right? So Chaos is doing his thing. It's his turn, and he's initiating. If you initiate into him, then his lizard is nowhere to be found, or at least is in his space, I guess, because he can still play the cards. They're not invalid.
He does have pretty reasonable defensive threats as well, with both Conceal and Cold Reflection covering two sides of the mix-up fairly cleanly.
True. Yeah.
At range 2, losing 2, no normals. At least holistically between the two.
I was going to say, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. Pretty reasonable. All right. Nago going first. Man, I should have talked about Nago a little bit. I don't know where to start, but the short of it is that Nago is another highly aggressive character, although being played by the other player this time. Oh, that's a clean loss for Chaos. We have Zarameyuki, one of the uncommon openers by Nago, but it is the way to win this mix-up. Chaos clearly anticipating Beyblade. Excuse me. Beyblade. A very fast option that moves into range 1, gains advantage. Even if the opponent crosses out, it moves in and gains advantage. But would have been cleanly dodged by the Conceal, which instead is getting cleanly stunned by Zarameyuki.
Yep.
I don't know why I can pronounce Zarameyuki, but not the other one. Anyway.
Because of Nago's ability, this is also econ positive, as during cleanup, for every single time he plays a special, he's going to draw 4 and then discard 2 cards, which fairly strong card filtering coming out there.
Yep. So he does want to be closer up. He paid 2 force for his after effect. So it's overall neutral then. But you got 2 spaces of movement. So you pay for what you get.
Does have to discard 2 more cards, but just being able to see this many cards from the deck, he's already gone through 9 cards.
Yep. Yeah, Nagoriyuki. Yeah, by default, a pretty aggressive rushdown character just because he goes through his deck so fast. By playing his fairly aggressive tools, he can then set up hands, pay them out, get new hands, so on and so forth. A little bit awkward for him to play defensively. So Chaos might be able to do pretty well in strikes he initiates. Of course, like most aggressive characters, Nagoriyuki still has solid defensive tools. Okay, what do we have here? Compounding plots. Clearly, Chaos has some plots.
Is a really weird card because it has no attack printed on it, and is strictly the boost on it, which is kind of an unusual decision. But
there is a world in which this mid speed can hit. I've think I've actually hit with
That's
it
fair.
once. It hit into focus, but
Yeah.
nonetheless, I've had it hit once.
Oh, it would actually beat the Zarumayuki from range 4. So that's pretty cool.
Initiating range for... Yeah, it would. Yeah. Yep. Unfortunately, on defense, it does nothing. It has range 0, so can't hit. Yeah. Anyway, compounding plots. Good boost. +1 power to another action.
Pretty good boost,
that actual
yeah.
strike. Unsure if placed in a space or not. Either way, losing cleanly. Unfortunate. That spike is, so Wild Swing / Spike is obviously best as a mix-up tool, so you hope your opponent responds from hand with something safe and defensive, because that's what you're built to crush. Loses against a lot of Wild Swings, and Nagoriyuki apparently wanting to save his hand for offense. Wild Swings the assaults, aka slash. 2 cards out for Chaos's hand, and he's now down 9 life. This could be bad. Alright, this is probably That's Your Prey, right? Oh no. Oh no, it's fine. It's fine.
That's your prey equivalent.
Yeah. Basically. Yeah. So
in this exact scenario, same card.
Nagoriyuki, which probably is going to be doing a change cards action at the same time, right? 2 force to draw 2. Yep. 6 power, does not stun focus. Trades 4 for 4. And then the cleanup effects, draw 4, discard 2. Chaos on the board, now has gauge. Managed to maintain his hand size to some extent. Nago still needs to discard 2 cards. But yeah, that's every bit of momentum here matters, because if Chaos can actually get to 2 gauge, he has access to Assault Ultra, and if he gets to 4, he has access to an awesome Ultra. I love this card.
Yeah, it's Deep Revenance is a card.
That's a stat bomb. Range 4 exactly. Notably, though, since it calculates, if you initiate with your ability, it calculates range from the space in which you set it. So it's fairly easy to set somebody up where they just don't have a way around this, because you get yourself in the corner, them at range 1, and then you place that thing at range 5 from yourself. In the case where they do dodge it, though, it has 2 armor, and you get to draw until you have 7 cards in hands. Yeah.
Amusingly, Nago actually does have 2 separate buttons that are very good at defeating that exact setup, with both Kyrioroshi and Bloodsucking Universe being available.
This is true. He has an Ignore Armor special for 7, and an Ignore Guard special for 4, which will get through those defenses. Chaos prepares, Nagoriyuki, turn at range 1 with 5 cards in hands. Yeah, still I would say has the advantage, but Chaos now building in hands may actually have some tools. Something I've remarked about Season 6 in general, the Undernight characters represented there have the set plays in the hands, right? They don't have strong boost games, but they do have attack shapes that can be particularly potent answers in a lot of situations. Conceal being the best example of that we've seen so far, albeit being called out extremely hard. So the more cards they have in hand, the more likely they are to have whatever particular answer tool they need in a situation. That is true of every character, but they in particular don't usually rely on setup because they're really not built to have setup. They don't have strong boost games. Like compounding plot might. Okay. I was gonna say it might be his best boost, but that's really just because of Take Another Action. Like he does have +1 speed move 1. He does have advance 4, maybe strike. And of course the ability combinations with Umbral and Chaos Code. Umbral notably being a good way to set up full board, where you can put that into space and then move into that space. Okay, Shizuruyuki, Cold Reflection.
The Cold Reflection will bump it out.
I don't... Oh, no, it will. It will.
Yep.
I can't count. Okay. Nagoriyuki finally losing a strike. Takes 2 damage.
And pretty great for Chaos here.
Pushed to range.
Not only bumping out the Shizuruyuki, but also it is a special, so forcing Nago deeper into his deck.
Yep. Which, like, obviously, Nago likes that to an extent. The risk is, if Nago goes all the way through his deck, or bottoms it out in an uncontrolled fashion, then he will reshuffle. When he reshuffles, unlike most character, he exceeds after reshuffling, rather than by paying a cost to flip his character card. And whether we see his exceed mode will probably be very closely correlated to whether or not Nago wins. So he definitely still can win an exceed mode. He still has strong boosts. He still has strong normals, stronger than normals, as it were. But his specials stop functioning. Puts him in a very awkward spot. So that was Nago's initiative. So it's going to be Chaos's turn. Did he prepare, actually?
Looks like had to have, right? Because Cold Reflection from hand
was that
would
5
have gone down
cards,
to
went
4
to
cards.
4.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So
looks like a play.
Not pressing the offense at range 4, but that's reasonable. He's probably in a better
Feels
position.
like Beyblade.
Feels like Beyblade. It's Beyblade.
Feels like Beyblade. It's
All right.
Beyblade.
Before close 3, after you gain advantage, going to trade down against that focus, but with advantage. Nago has range 1, obviously prefers that over being at range against Chaos. Nago needs to take 4. Did Nago take damage? Yes.
Has
yes.
not yet.
The first blood was the Cold Reflection, right?
No, there was a previous focus that also hit.
Oh.
Yep, needs to take damage.
Okay, they have noticed.
I got it.
Cool.
Yep. Cool.
Alright. Okay. Naga's advantage. Once again, digging deeper into that deck. Drawing 4, discarding 2. Lost the other
I believe
Beyblade.
both Yoroshis are still up. So that is a still very major threat at close range.
That is monstrous. Yeah, 7 power, ignore armor at speed 4. Of course, I also love Honor, but typically Honor would be combined with a card like Shizuriyuki, so I'm not really expecting the Honor play. Oh, range 2.
Taking Airy Shift to range 2, and we're probably going to see cancel and then Akira Yoroshi, if I were to guess.
I'm guessing Wasiriyuki, but that does form the mix-up, right? So you can cross out Akira Yoroshi. If you try to cross out a Wasiriyuki, you get slammed, and Nago gets some recursion. But if you try to block, focus, or sweep through the Ultra, you will get annihilated by Akira Yoroshi. Please enjoy these mix-ups, brought to you by Nago. Well, the fact that he went to range 2 is kind of curious, because Bloodsucking Universe was also online in it, and I did not notice it being discarded.
1 went down.
1 went down, okay. But that is a pretty nasty range 1 threat, and all of these other threats were also online at range 1. Oh!
There's Akira Yoroshi, and the Dissect Barrage calls it out!
Nice. That is a...
Calling out basically only that!
Yeah, Dissect Barrage losing to most options here covers exactly that, and I believe Dust. But sure does cover that.
Intentional play.
Yeah. It's man, I love this kind of play where you go, that play only works against this. Yeah, it's like, yes, but that's what you play. Like, all right,
that is what you're calling out. Yeah,
fair enough. Nago now very close to his reshuffle, could be in a bit of danger. Now he does have 4 gauge. Nago has a way to revert with one of his ultras, the 4 gauge ultra. Not the most reliable of shapes. Typically has to do some work to actually make that before effect happen. And even then, if he does reverts, he starts to burn through his deck again, and then he might die from running out of cards. Alright, Chaos prepares here at range 2. Yeah, that makes sense. He's got Cold Reflection online. That's a solid defensive tool. He might be looking for that EX, which would even cover Wasiriyuki. Nago almost out of cards.
Down,
Oh, and a Dust went down, too. Sorry, you're right. That's on top of the discard pile. What am I saying?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Now, Flying Weight's also a decent boost.
Dissect Barrage.
It's +3 guard, later draw 2. You don't often see the later trigger. You usually see now.
I think literally only on this, in fact.
Yep. Is on 2 characters.
Yeah. Same boost on both characters.
Yeah,
also on Merkava.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if there would be an earlier trigger. A little hard to implement.
Yeah, that's kind of hard to verify. I mean, could be like you reveal a card from your hand and then later you get the effect of its boost.
Okay.
Could be interesting space.
Sure, there you go. Yeah. I'm going to borrow against my current self in the future.
Yeah.
I can do that. I wrote a time travel character once. In BattleCon. I never figured out how to implement her in Exceed, but it was a character who, by design, required time travel to be able to play. Like, the mechanics could not be resolved without the ability to time travel.
I believe there is a time traveler in BattleCon, right? That has like the ability to like replay cards from specific discards.
Wasiriyuki coming out, the safer of the 2 buttons, and a block coming out, which is, given that you're not going to beat that card, a pretty reasonable way to deal with it.
Yep. Wasiriyuki will allow Nago to pick 1 card on hit to return from discard to hand before Chaos has to spend.
Yep.
Probably not actually important to see what that card is, but for,
in this case especially, but yes. In principle, hit effects first. Yeah. So Nago retrieving something. I'm not really sure what to pick up here.
I kind of like the idea of just grabbing the other Karyoroshi.
That's kind of what I would want, honestly. The temptation is to pick up Bloodsucking. Okay.
It's the Shizuriyuki. Interesting.
That's bold.
This might be planning specifically for playing into post reshuffle, where the idea is that is one of your better boosts to have online when you're playing out of a deck of normals.
Yeah, a cancelable Fukyo is pretty excellent for setting up the right normal at the right range.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's reasonable. Because yeah, it doesn't look like Naga will be able to deal lethal before he is forced to reshuffle.
Very unlikely.
Yeah, getting through 14 life, like, he has a lot of damage, but that damage mostly comes on his specials, and we've already seen several of them.
Notably 14 life, and also a cross and a cold reflection still online.
Yeah, which makes it
pretty hard to
land
assail that.
Yoshi's. So I'm like, 14 life is 2 strikes, but on the other hand, after 1, he's going to revert. Unless we see,
just picking up his hand size.
Boost in play. Chaos drawing back up, and yeah, he's got hand size 7. I wonder, so based on that Fukyo play, suppose he is curating, that also implies that he's going to try to conserve his like normals that he thinks he'll need post shuffle.
Makes sense to me.
Sweep. Oh, good on a sweeps.
Well, sweep into sweep. We've seen this before this set.
Yep. All right.
Plenty of times.
All right. Knocks a That's Your Prey out of hands.
That's Your Prey out and Zansetsu.
Both decently valuable. Both with really valuable boosts, in my opinion. Like, Crawl, not cancelable, but still an excellent boost with range and advantage. Umbral, a great way for Chaos to manipulate the board state, giving him essentially, it can. The way I play this, it's after your norm. If your attack's a normal, move anywhere. Right?
Yeah.
Where I go, I'm gonna set my attack over here. Over here, play cross. But,
to range 1.
Whoa.
Interesting.
Okay. Presumably the player is paying more attention to what these 7 cards are than I am. And he's not that
would be
of range 1 Nago.
Yeah. Perhaps there's another grasp in hand, and Nago's deck is like Bloodsucking Kiryu, maybe a cross in there, and it's just like, all right, you can't do anything.
Yeah.
Maybe it was Armayuki.
Well, one Kiryu went down, right? It got called out by that Dissect Barrage.
That is true. So one's left.
Yeah. So this looks like a setup against Deep Revenance, except that Chaos has a full hand, and Deep Revenance is really not good against Nagoriyuki's available specials, if we're counting correctly.
I am not expecting we actually see a Deep Revenance here.
Yeah, it would be great right after Naga reshuffles, though.
Yeah.
At that point, those specials
that does become very powerful.
Yep. Nago kind of has to cross out or dive over, and is not going to love either choice, because he will still lose that strike.
Yeah, does chip damage even if you miss.
Yep.
Thanks to Nago's backside ability.
Yep.
Kings. They might be discussing what's going on with how Deep Revenance calculates range here, in fact.
Yeah, so notably, placing it here at range 4 from Chaos, Deep Revenance would not hit Nagoriyuki. From range 3 behind Chaos is how you would hit Nagoriyuki. But yes. So yeah, quite possibly putting out that threat, because there's a very visible 4 gauge online. Also might be explaining
amusingly
that Umbral interaction.
Amusingly, Deep Revenance does actually exist as a mix-up threat right now as well, because Nago's Cross is online. Which
true.
A very brave decision to make that call out.
True,
but it exists.
I mean, that's a large part of how I won my last tournament game as Chaos. Was I responded with Deep Revenance at range 1. All right.
And you go to range 1 to have the Cross online, probably looked at the deck and figured Focus is the only thing it loses to.
Yep. Here is the Focus. Here is a Grasp in response. That's both grasped down by Chaos, putting him a little thin on fast options. That's a problem, actually. Nago might... Okay. Presumably ask
Kiryu might just kill.
Look at the last card. I'm thinking more Wasarayuki if that's still available.
Oh, true. Yeah. There should be the second Wasarayuki still up.
If there...
Although Conceal is online.
Okay. Is there a badass left? I don't remember if we saw 2 sweeps or just 1.
Not sure.
Badass Wasarayuki loses, I think, only to Conceal. Actually, just a good on a sweep would be pretty solid. Oh, Chaos ability?
Okay.
Well,
we're saying, all right, do you believe me?
Yep. Is it Deep Revenance? Is it Cross?
I'm guessing this is actually just the Conceal.
I think this... I think Cross is...
Oh, actually, no. This is Cross. This is Cross.
I think it's Cross.
Yeah. Yep, I agree.
Yeah. What do you play against the Cross and Nagoriyuki? I mean, if you kept it
I believe there is a Zaramayuki up.
Oh my gosh. Surely not.
So, the layers here are really funny.
That's intense. Yeah, that would be the way to kill the Cross. But boy, you lose the game against Deep Revenance.
Yeah.
I think if Nago kept a block, then he can just block, because it's not the highest value Deep Revenance. He does have some force available to himself. He's pretty likely to win on the crackback.
Makes sense. It is very scary to claim that the opponent is not playing it here, though. It does just kill you.
What'll it be? It is the cross.
It is the cross.
Shizuriyuki.
Into the Shizuriyuki.
Which would have killed the Deep Revenants. That would be 6 power, yeah. Okay. So, Nago takes...
3 damage.
Yeah, to clarify, Shizuriyuki as an attack is still in play. So during cleanup, Naga's going to draw 4, discard 2, popping the reshuffle, at end of turn going to not revert, excuse me, kind of revert, honestly. In that we have been seeing Nago's real Exceed mode all along, and now he's going back to basic mode. But yes, after discarding 2, Exceed. Which puts Chaos in a much, much better position. Because if all you have to play against is normals, even if they're good normals, you can probably win very consistently. The main concern is when you have to play against boost cancel normal. Like that's much, much harder.
Down goes the Curio, makes sense considering it's no longer a threat. Honor's still a decent boost. Especially having the life lead like you do. You can just throw around your stats a little bit, but yeah. Makes sense it wouldn't be the first thing you'd
what do you fight for? A solid boost, but not probably as high value as normals you can actually play.
Yep.
Alright, and exceeds.
Damage for cross.
Thank you, yes.
Making sure Nago actually...
Yeah, that is important. That is important. Your specials are invalid. Your normals have +1 power, and cleanup, lose your armor, take 2 non-lethal damage. So Nago is going to start to bleed. Chaos initiated, it's Nago's turn. I'm betting we see the Fukyo into cancel, into strike, at which point...
the Fukyo did just go down. That was played to try to call out...
Oh, you're right, that was what they played. That was... Yeah, you're right.
Yep.
That is indeed what that is. Okay. Huh. Well, if they don't have another one, then they probably didn't have slash, because I think we saw both slashes.
Yep.
Walk? Or just a raw strike? I wouldn't feel the worst about just striking with the card. Okay, what do we got?
Whoa, okay.
Don't see that every day.
We're fueling.
Is this into cancel, into
gauge,
ultra?
2 to gauge. Yeah, that seems like badass cancel ultra? And then maybe badass cancel and play the ultra.
That would be the right amount. That's the amount you... Oh, okay. That also
Bramble cancel on the ultra.
All right. Yeah, going to probably play for lethal here. Yeah. Pay out all of your remaining resources to try to win the game with the 3-speed ultra.
That Deep Revenants will not work.
Yeah, no,
Deep Revenants loses. It is at the right range.
That is so
if
tragic.
If you had 1 more health.
Oh, they're validating.
Wait.
No, it's a legal move.
Okay. Fair enough.
Don't step in. It's a perfectly legal mistake. They seem to be reconsidering, or they are conceding.
Really curious what the wild swing would have been.
Okay. Well,
no salt.
It appears Chaos validated and took the loss.
Yep.
But yeah, we don't know. All right. Okay, that was a set.
Yeah.
So, rush down, beating up control twice in a row.
As it should be.
Yeah, rush down, beating up janky ranges twice in a row might be the more apt theme. But yeah, thank you very much for joining me. I don't know that we have a back-to-back stream. So I'm going to close this down.
At least there will be another one in about an hour. Oh. Or another game in about an hour.
Well, cool. Then I'll probably offer to host and stream that one, but for the time being, I'll close the stream down. Thank you for joining me, BfCDE.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, stay hydrated, sail around.
See you around.